A couple of years ago, on a lark, I made a video about the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. I hadn't had one in a long time, and I really wanted one, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just make one. Wow. I've learned a few things since then. Go back and watch that video. Okay, don't go back and watch that video because I'm going to make it right now and then you won't have to. Alright, so the Taco Bell Mexican pizza is a fan favorite, obviously. They took it away, they brought it back. Why'd they do that? Because we love it so much. It's another one of these pain in the ass things to make. It takes a while and the line hates it. Because they really back everything up. So to streamline things during COVID, they said, hey, it's got to go, and a few other things. And anyways, they brought it back because people were, threatening to burn the place down. So it's back. Is it as good as it ever was? They might have had a shortcut for making it that doesn't make it as good. I don't know that for a fact, but there's something hanky. So I prefer to make my own still, which is what I'm going to do today. What do we have to do that? We have 2 flour tortillas, 7-inch flour tortillas that have been fried. Here's the video of me doing that. The secret to that is low heat, about 350. Control it and keep flipping it back and forth. And before it goes in, stab it with a fork a whole bunch of times. It's called docking. Lets the air bubbles out and it doesn't puff up so much. There you go. That's how you make this. And that is perfect. That is exactly what you want. The interesting thing is they don't use a flour tortilla. They use a corn flour hybrid for this, which is why it tastes pretty good. This is close. You can't buy that size 7-inch. You can get 6-inch. You can find a 6-inch hybrid, but this is the tortilla you get when you fry that. These shrink up quite a bit. So you got this little itty bitty little 5-inch thing. I'm not making 5-inch pizzas because I'm not a 5-inch sort of pizza guy, am I? No, I'm making the big ones here. So that's what we're doing. So that takes care of the tortillas. Fry them up. There you go. If you want little ones that taste absolutely authentic, use these. They're amazing. Those make great little mini tostadas too. Oh, so good. But yeah, you can order those online in bulk. Oh, unless you live in Texas, then go to an H-E-B. They're probably just sitting on the shelf if you have an H-E-B next to you. We have beans, refried beans. I've done the video about how to make the refried beans. Link to it is right here, right now. That goes on the inside of this. The meat, this is my favorite way to make the meat. This is a cheater way, and it is the most authentic. You add a couple little things that just make it absolutely over the top, and no one would be able to tell the difference between that and the Taco Bell meat. So that's fantastic. If you want to watch that video, here, I'll do it real quick. Start by browning up a pound of ground beef in a pan. Just break it up loosely, brown that up until it's almost completely done. Then we're going to drain the grease out of it, and we're going to add a package of the McCormick's taco seasoning plus a 3/4 cup of water. Just mix that on the side. We're going to put a tablespoon of lime juice in there. That's going to give you the Taco Bell flavor. That's the real secret there. Just mix this until it starts thickened up a little bit, and then we're going to incorporate this into the meat. When it gets about like this, starts looking like gravy, it's perfect. Now mix that up really, really good. We're going to have to do something to get the texture just right, and that is throwing this in the food processor. Now just give this a couple of pulses, and that will give you that fine, perfect texture that you're looking for the Taco Bell meat. It really is about as authentic as you get, and this can't be any easier. You don't need a complete cupboard full of spices you're probably not going to use for a lot of other things. Just put it back in the pan, simmer it up, and you're done. Okay, that's how you do the meat. That's pretty simple and pretty good. We have a little bit of red sauce that goes inside of this. We got our tomatoes, and we have the pizza sauce. How do you make the pizza sauce? You want to know how to make the pizza sauce? I've done this video a few times, but I'll do it again here because I know that you probably don't want to go clicking around a bunch of stuff. So hold on one second, and here's how you make the pizza sauce. Making the pizza sauce is a bit of a misnomer. We're just going to add a couple things like this red enchilada sauce right here. Hatch is my favorite brand. This is fantastic. The La Victoria thick and chunky salsa works great. Erdez makes another good one. I believe Pace has one as well. It just has to be thick and chunky to get the right consistency, like right texture. 4 scoops of the salsa and 6 scoops of your enchilada sauce. Give that a good mix and you have the pizza sauce. That is it. Seriously, folks, that's how you make the pizza sauce. That's super, super simple. What else do we have going on here? Oh, this is a rough day for me. There's olives. Originally, the people alleged that there were olives on this thing. So, I don't like olives. And green onions. It used to have green onions. My green onions, I grow them in a pot in the front in the courtyard thing, and it's been really hot. And they haven't been growing very well, so these are actually the green onions. They're pathetic and sad. But they count, technically. It's a green onion. Don't want to hear about it. All right, cheese. Cheese on this is a blend. They'll use the 3 cheese blend on this, but I'm using cheddar and Monterey Jack right here. And the only thing left to do at this point is to assemble it. So let's grab ourselves a heaping spoonful of these lovely beans. Go all the way out to the edges because you're going to eat the whole thing. It's an old joke. Sorry. All right. That is that right there. Fantastic. Don't skimp on that part there because those taste wonderful. We're going to put some meat on here because that's the way they do it. Do I need any more of a because than that? I don't think so. You can do this with chicken too, or steak, or extra beans, or do refried beans and black beans if you want to do a vegetarian version of this. I hear that is lovely. I've never tried it because I eat meat. Nothing wrong with not eating meat. Millions of cows do it every day. Look at them. They're so fit and healthy. Anyway, what goes inside this? I love that joke, by the way. It's hilarious. Okay, just a splash of this. Did you know this goes in there? Yeah, just a little bit. There you go. Now, this goes down and we give this a little spin, just like that. Kind of smear everything together, just like that. Now, our sauce goes down. The sauce should not be cold, by the way. If it's cold, then don't have cold sauce. Nothing in this is cold. That is not a good idea. Cheese is cold. The tomatoes are cold. You don't have to go too crazy with the sauce here. A little goes a long way, but you want to make sure that there's some in every bite so that you're not just getting plain old boring tortilla. Here we go. I put the bigger tortilla on the bottom than on the top because that way the big one's on the bottom. It's like a pyramid of food right there. All right, cheese. I'm going to put the cheddar down first. What the heck? I put my cheddar down, and as you see, I'm doing this on a baking sheet with some foil on it because this is going to go under the broiler to melt this down instead of using the steamer because I don't have a steamer that would do that very well. So I'm not going to do it. All right, there is our cheese. The rest of the veggies and stuff goes on top after it comes out because obviously you don't want to cook the tomatoes. Tried to make that mistake in the last video. At least I learned that one. This is going under the broiler only until the cheese melts. Just till the cheese melts. All right. I had been jibber-jabbering for a minute and my broiler had preheated and already cycled off, so that took a little longer than I wanted it, but it really won't take that long to melt this. Just trying to burn the tortilla. That's bad. Everything else in here is already hot. You're just trying to melt the cheese. If you don't have everything as hot as you want, you can bake this instead at 350. It'll take about 8 minutes, something like that, to get everything melted. Maybe a little bit less. Keep an eye on it. Depending on your oven, it may have hot spots. Your mileage may vary. Not my fault. Okay. Now we got to put the tomatoes on here. Oh, they had the tomatoes. They have the tomatoes. Fresh, diced up tomatoes. Yes. So we're going to put these on. These are clumping together quite a bit. And you want to disperse your tomatoes nicely. This is hot. Seriously. Okay. Good tomatoage. That looks like some pretty good tomatoage. Green onions they used to put on there. These are some funky little green onions, but they still taste like green onions. And heck, that's what matters, all right? If you were blind, you would know the difference, but then why would you be watching a YouTube video if you were blind? Never understood that one. Okay. Olives. Again, this would have had like 4 olives on it, 1 for each slice. You're going to really make me do this? You're going to really make me put an olive on it? Okay, there. It has 1 olive on it. We compromised. That's the best I can do for you. That's the best I can do for you. And now, I'm going to shoot a couple of pictures of this thing while it's looking pretty like this. And then I'm going to come back in half a second and then bite into it. So, hold on. Okay, folks. I put the other olives on to make it look prettier. Turds off of there. Disgusting. I'll leave that one because my wife's going to steal that piece. And she actually likes olives. Hear how crunchy that is? That's how you know you did the tortilla right. Oh, let's see how pretty this looks inside. Are you ready to see this? I'm going to grab this slice because it's easier for this hand. Oh, we got the troop and the... Oh yeah, we do. Got the peas hanging, the right cheese going, and the... This for this camera. Yeah, she's pretty. She's beautiful. Of course I'm going to bite this. Oh, man. That sauce, seriously. The second you eat that sauce, you're going to be like, holy... Can't swear. Holy gee darn, that's amazing. Sorry, Dad swear. Oh, that is insane. That is so good. That's so insane. You can see the crunchy fluffiness of the tortilla there, all the bits and all the goodness and all the... Oh yeah. That's what the pizza's supposed to taste like. And sometimes it does, but usually not. So now you know how to make one yourself. And I thank you for watching this video. I've got a huge Taco Bell playlist. If you haven't seen it yet, go to the channel homepage here on YouTube. Go towards the bottom. There's a whole thing that says Taco Bell Copycats. There's over 24 videos in there. Everything you want to know on everything you want to make. It's all in there. And once you've seen those, you'll know a lot more about how to make all this stuff. And if you want to see anything more like that, leave me a comment. Let me know. And if you like the video, there's always the thumbs up down there. It really helps me a lot with YouTube so that they know that I exist. And helps with the algorithm. Helps me keep making these videos. So by all means, if you feel so inclined to want to like the video or subscribe or anything, I'd love to have you do that. That'd be fantastic. I appreciate it so much. Till the next time I see you, have a good one.